I think most people would agree that this has been one of the most difficult years in American history. What we crave is something true and beautiful and hopeful. Jesus said, "Come unto me, all ye that are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." That I cannot do, but I hope these photographs will uplift your spirits the way they have for me.
Hello, my name is Eleanor Mills. I am a gardener and a photographer, and I live in Durham, North Carolina. In July of 2019, my husband and I took a trip out to Crested Butte, Colorado for the wildflower bloom. I'd been told about this for years. Friends had said, "You really ought to go out there and see this. You won't believe what the meadows look like." So we took a month-long car camping trip out there. It was quite a beautiful thing to see full meadows in full color. They were best right around the town of Crested Butte because spring had been late in coming and the rivers were really full. We saw larkspur and delphiniums and Wyoming paintbrush. Probably the most amazing plant we saw was the green gentian, also known as the monument plant, which was having quite a year blooming. Its story is that it takes 3 or 4 years to actually decide to bloom, and then it sends a stalk up 6 feet tall in the landscape, and there can be whole sweeps of them through the meadows. This succulent stalk sends blooms out from it. Then after it has its bloom time, it dies back and will take another 60 years to decide if it wants to bloom again. So we really enjoyed the meadows. They were very different from the experience of being a gardener here in the Southeast. Very different from the Blue Ridge Mountains or the Southern Appalachians.
I want to thank my friend, the artist Annette DeFerrari, for connecting me with Eleanor. Annette told me that Eleanor had had a show of her photos at one of Duke University's libraries.
I was standing at Lilly Library and was offered by the librarian there who manages the exhibit space a chance to actually show those wildflower pictures that I'd taken. And I decided I would like to do that. So I chose my images, printed them, and got them matted and framed up, and then I installed the show. And it was up until the pandemic closed the doors of the library, as well as the university in March of 2020.
The opportunity to have a show of her prints in a physical space was very meaningful to Eleanor.
To see the pictures out of the digital world on the wall, the gaze, the actual viewing of something is a very useful thing. It was good for me to be able to do that. I find it deeply ironic to have come full spectrum back to the digital online viewing of these images now. And thank John for giving me an opportunity to make that possible.
Eleanor, you are most welcome, and thank you for sharing these beautiful images. Although it is always better to see art in person, the digital realm does have some advantages. I know that people from all over the world will have access to the art shows I document, and that with luck, my movie about you will remain online for many years to come. And to anyone out there watching this, I hope Eleanor's pictures give you some rest.